All right, I'm back for a second because I was just on the Marco Polo with my friend Leanne before my dish talk, and I was like, I'm going to talk about community living, and I never talked about it. So here we go. This is exclusively, we're going to talk about community living. I think the title of this will be Community Living, the Fall of Capitalism. And this is why. Let's get some focus and talk about this. When I talk about community living, I don't talk about a bunch of people just helter-skelter living together haphazardly with no rules, regulations, or whatever. That's definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a collective of people with like minds in similar spaces, working towards goals that are in different parts, that have different abilities in their lives. The rise of mental illness, the rise of isolation, the rise of so many things has led us to kind of just go astray of what we kind of want in our hearts and our souls. Nobody wants to be, okay, that's not true. There are some people that enjoy living by themselves, that enjoy doing all the parts of living by themselves and being a single person. And that's fine. But that's not the majority. And what I'm looking to talk about, what I'm looking to engage conversation in, and idealistically what I'm looking to create are spaces where people live together in cohesiveness. And it's not about who makes what money and does what, but there is also a division of a delegation of resource, of chores, of whatever, and that's something that can be talked deeper about as these kinds of concepts manifest. But for example, I would like to have there are a few people that I would like to have a big house for, and to model this. First, we have to start with a model, right? We have to show that it actually works. Although, if you go and do the scholarly Google thing, right, and look for the sociological observations and whatever, data collecting on how communities are kind of better for people, they they're working in the basement, so it's starting to make my brain kind of move a little bit. Let's focus. All right, Dire Straits, I need to turn you down a little bit because you're not helping me focus. Right, get a big house. Let's talk about some stuff. Let's talk about who does what. Some people need more help than other people, and that's fine. Because when you start working collectively, the human energy diminishes, right? It's definitely the fall of capitalism, because if, say, you have 5 adults, we'll just say 5 adults living in one home, sharing common space, each has their own bedroom, but sharing common space, you have 1 electric bill now instead of 5. You have 1 water bill instead of 5, You have 1 food bill that is different, because when you start buying in bulk, your food costs get lower, right? There are a lot of different benefits to living together. I would love to take the Crystal Mall and turn it into a big, huge community space, living and working. It's definitely a dream of mine. But I know that we've been pulled apart as a society to live individually, to isolate ourselves. And in isolation, a lot of things happen. You know, we get our news and our information from different places. We may or may not do certain. I mean, it's just living in isolation versus living in community is very different. And not everybody wants to live in community. And I'm not saying, hey, let's everybody do it. But I'm saying, why don't we have this option? All of the multifamily homes around here are getting gobbled up and turned into different apartments. So you're only getting a couple people, where this was like a 9-bedroom house back in the heyday. Actually, it wasn't. It was an inn. So it was set up differently. But these big multifamily houses are getting split up, and it's really not necessary. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Like, are we going to continue to just because when we're not united, it's so much easier to destroy us and manipulate us. And we're seeing that, aren't we? Just saying. So yeah, I would really love to see community living. I would love to just have someone be like, here's a house with 5 bedrooms in it, and show me what you can do. Please, can I be that guinea pig? Because I will make it flourish. I personally do not have the ability to purchase a house. My struggles are mine. They're real. But I have the ideas and the concepts. There's people out there. My landlord, for one, who just keeps buying up houses. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. And doing shoddy-ass work on them, apparently. It's not a good start, guys. No. Community living. The fall of capitalism. If every single person that wanted to say 50% of the population wants to do this. 50% of the single population needs to do this, right? And say there were, find a bunch of houses that are big multifamily houses, right? They're still out there. They really are. But why can't we do this? Even 2 and 3 bedroom houses. We don't have to have 5 people. That's not. There are so many houses out there that are being foreclosed on. Why can't we use those? So that we can consolidate resources, ideas, concepts, and human energy, so that we can all survive and thrive. That's what I want. We all need to thrive, but we're all living at the bottom of Maslow's hierarchy because it's a hot mess. We're living in a hot mess. Hot mess 101. Which is the best time for all the pawns to stand up and change the game. So, that was my concept, guys. Let's talk about this one. Okay? Yo, this isn't just a pin. We need to have an active conversation. And I really need to turn on the Coexist Collective again. I sort of turned that page off for a minute because I needed to pause because I felt defeated. Because this house is no longer available. My concepts are still there. We'll make it happen. Anyway. Thank you guys for watching. My rambles are fun, aren't they? Stay magical. Yeah. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you soon.